Welcome back, everybody. Matt the Man here. Hope you're doing well. Just before we get started, the landscapers are outside doing the landscaping around the building I'm in, that I live in. So if you hear a little bit of a lawnmower or a blower, hopefully it's not that loud. But just in case you do hear a little bit of noise, that's what it is. But okay, let's get started. Yesterday we found out that they're making a Jimmy Stewart movie. James Stewart, Jimmy James, Jimmy. A Jimmy Stewart biopic. So right now this guy was like the Tom Hanks of now. Our generation of Tom Hanks was back in the day was Jimmy Stewart. So that right there is interesting on a number of levels. Doing a biofilm on an actor, a famous actor that was beloved. They don't make movies on actors that almost rarely. I mean, you get football players, athletes, musicians, other notable stuff. But an actor, no. You name me a movie where they focus on the actor. A real person who was an actor and showed their, other than like Marilyn Monroe, like that movie we got a couple of years ago, Marilyn, with Anna de Armas. They really don't make movies about famous actors. I don't know why. I mean, there's a lot of actors out there. I would love to see a biofilm on that person. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, what's his name? Marlon, I think they did make a movie on Marlon Brando recently. But like Marlon Brando would be a huge one, or Paul Newman, or, stuff like that. But really they're making America's Daddy from the 40s, Jimmy Stewart. This guy's known for like Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. Obviously the most classic one, It's a Wonderful Life. And they also said that they cast K.J. Apa as Jimmy Stewart. Now, I like this in some ways, and some ways we'll see. I like that he's not that big of a known actor. I'm glad they went with the one mid-tier. I'm not talking about his acting, I'm just talking about his, his popularity, his famousness. He's not like a Leonardo DiCaprio, you know what I mean? He's not like Tom Hanks. Like, hey, they got Tom Hanks to play Jimmy Stewart. Like when they got Tom Hanks to play Mr. Rogers. Or when they got him to play Walt Disney in that Saving Mr. Banks movie. He's played a lot of famous people. Sully, the guy in the plane. The guy, Captain Phillips. I'm the captain now. I'm the captain. So I might they went with someone more unknown to people. Like if I mention to my friends or family, K.J. Apa, they're going to look at me like, who? Who? And then even if I name movies like I Still Believe, or The Hate You Give, or he was just in an Amazon movie last year, One Fast Move. He has a new Amazon movie coming out at the end of this month, The Map That Leads to You, with Madeline Klein, which I'm looking forward to. Everyone's going to go, who? Even if the only thing that people might recognize him for is Riverdale. He was Archie on Riverdale. I only watched that show maybe the first season, so I'm not too familiar. But I think he does have the talent. He's a pretty good actor. He doesn't quite have the look. But like I said, with a lot of these biofilms, it's not about the look, completely 100% the look. It's about, can you get the right mannerisms that the actual actor portrayed or person portrayed in these biofilms. And I'm sure he grows his hair out a little bit and, parts it to the side. And with camera work, you can make him look skinnier or taller. So I'm not worried about that. I'm also wondering what are they going to focus on in this biofilm? Are they going to just take a moment in Jimmy Stewart's life and then, focus a movie around that? Are they going to show like when the time he started acting throughout his career, kind of like Marilyn Monroe? Or are they just going to, are they going to say, hey, one of his famous movies, It's a Wonderful Life, let's do one of those movies of, we're going to take him, the whole movie is going to be when he's filming It's a Wonderful Life, when he's making this movie, when he's acting in the movie. Which should be cool if you recreate scenes from this classic Christmas film, which would also mean you have to cast actors that played the roles in the movie, the other famous people from the movie, or they're going to do like Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, or some of his other films. I don't know. But I think this is really interesting that they're finally doing a movie on an actor, which is very rare. I think K.J. Apter has the talent. He might not have the 100% the look. But like I said, with makeup and camera angles and all that stuff, they can probably make him look pretty similar. But let me know in the comments below, are you happy that they're making a Jimmy Stewart biofilm? Do you think K.J. Apter is the right actor to portray Jimmy, George Melee, George? Like, that's the thing, are they can just recreate certain scenes from It's a Wonderful Life, like, you want the moon? You want the moon, Mary? Yes. I'll throw a lasso around it. Or, every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings. That's right, Clarence. So let me know in the comments below. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment.